All right, let's talk about how to build a personal brand. I'm going to unpack my 8-step brand you blueprint. Now, the key to this blueprint is to understand that success is sequential, not simultaneous. We see so many people out there who are speaking, creating, teaching, podcasting, coaching, you name it, and they're everywhere on social media, they're everywhere online, and there's this temptation to feel like we have to do all of this at once. No, it happens step by step. There is a process to it. So I'm going to unpack this for you. Step 1 is point of view. You've got to have a point of view. It's really hard to sell something when you have nothing to say. So what I mean by a point of view is drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is what I believe about this issue. Now, the reason I start with a point of view is because for so many of us in corporate America or in really regimented backgrounds, military, education, finance, law, you name it, highly regulated industries, it's actually really difficult for us to express ourselves, to say what we really feel and think about certain issues. So your point of view is the first and most important thing that you need to unpack. Now, once you unpack your point of view, number 2, you share them through personal stories. And what I mean by that is to simply ask yourself, how'd you learn that? How'd you make that happen for yourself? The things that you say in your point of view, where did you learn that? How did you come across that? And you share these stories that give context for the content that you're sharing online. Now, third, once you have these personal stories, you build a platform. You need a place to share these stories and your point of view from, whether it be a podcast, a video like this, social media channels, blogs, books, speeches, you name it. You've got to have a platform, or really multiple platforms, to share your point of view and your personal stories from. Now, once we have that platform, we get into kind of the business side of things, right? You've got to start, number 4, thinking through your positioning. Your positioning is really where you sit relative to the competition, relative to other people who are in your industry and in your market. You've got to know where you sit. A quick example of this: you have 2 companies, Louis Vuitton, high-end fashion brand, and Walmart, discount everyday prices. Both companies make a lot of money, but they make them in very different ways. They're positioned very differently in the markets. You've got to know where you sit relative to the competition. Now, once you have your positioning, you can start to build out products and services. These companies I mentioned, Louis Vuitton and Walmart, don't have an issue trying to figure out what products they should create because they know their positioning. You see how everything stacks sequentially. So they've got products that they sell, and you need products and services that you're going to sell and offer to the market. Now, once you figure out generally what kind of products you want to create, it's time to think about pricing. So many people start with pricing and they haven't thought through their positioning, and they don't know how to contextualize why they created that product because they don't have the personal stories and the point of view. You see how this is all lining up. So you got to have the pricing that reflects the positioning and the products that you're making available to the market. Once you have your pricing, you can work on number 7, your pitch. That's your sales copy. That's your marketing copy. That's your sales language. How are you going to sell this? What are you going to say in your verbiage? Does it line up with all the previous steps? Well, if it does, guess what? You can then attract, number 8, partners. Partners, whether they realize it or not, are looking for other people who have these things built out. They can trust you. You have credibility. They can trust your professionalism and how well you've thought things through. See, so many people, they try to just find affiliate partners and they don't really think through, am I someone that other people want to partner with? Do I have my ducks in a row? Have I built a brand that looks worthy of being recommended, that is worthy of being recommended? So those 8 steps, right up and down the line, this is the brand you blueprint. And chances are, if you're struggling with your business, struggling with your expert business, your personal brand business, coaching, consulting, speaking, freelancing, creating, it's likely that there's a breakdown in one of these steps. And all we have to do is go back to it and address the issue, get intentional about it, and all the other steps will follow. Thanks for joining me today. Till next time, live your message, love your work, leave your mark on the world, and I will see you back here on the next episode.